men. So, let me see. Let's see what this angle looks like here. All right, it looks fire. All right, so this is my 2023 ZX6R. I bought this bike with 1,900 miles on it. This is a fucking amazing bike. As you can see here, we're missing part of the rear subframe. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a few things. I really want to talk about what it's like looping this motorcycle at 70 miles an hour. So just about almost a month ago, it was actually my last day of riding before I was putting the bike away, and I was having a little bit too much fun. I'm still in the process of like learning how to wheelie, and just, you know, holding the bike at balance point, and, you know, just trying to learn full control of the bike, you know. And as a rider, you know, things like this happen, especially when, you know, you're new to wheeling and, you know, trying to, you know, learn control of the bike, you know. So I ride really fast, and I really want to kind of take back on fast riding, especially when when summer comes around. I really want to take a chill on riding fast and learn just like full control of my bike, which is very achievable. I feel very comfortable on this bike, going fast and leaning the bike really hard, taking corners. You know, this bike just really lives taking corners hard. I mean, it fucking loves corners. So I really want to learn control. I'm definitely not an amazing wheelier, clearly, because I looped it. But, you know, when I started learning wheelies, I started learning doing power wheelies, because in first gear in this bike, the wheel flies up very easily. And, you know, I had very good control over it. I mean, once I started learning, I mean, the wheel wasn't coming up very much, but I was getting comfortable to where I was chasing wheelies, and they were looking good. You know, I wasn't really hitting balance point, but I was chasing wheelies and riding them out for a while, and feeling it. I mean, it feels incredible. You know, on my last ride, I got a little bit too comfortable. I don't think, you know, I definitely know what happened for this situation. You know, I had the bike up, and I had my rear brake covered, and I don't know, you know, the bike went up, and I just didn't tap my brake and send it down, and definitely a huge error on my end, and it was a very big learning experience. And the bike, surprisingly, you know, didn't take much damage. So right now I pretty much have the bike almost completely stripped down. As you see, my fairings are right here. I didn't make a video of me taking the bike apart. I just kind of got spontaneous. Was it last week? And I was bored at home. I was off work. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my bike apart, because I'm gonna start ordering parts soon. So I kind of want the bike to be, you know, ready for these new parts to start flying on. So I'm gonna kind of go over the damage that the bike sustained. Like I said, I'm like very surprised the bike didn't take any more damage than it did. So hopefully you can see here. Let me make sure. Let's check the camera. So right here on my wheel, the front wheel got bent and scraped on the concrete. It's not like a super bad bend, but I'm gonna buy a new wheel. So I need a new wheel. I can't remember what this unit, do I still have it somewhere? I think I do. Here it is. So this piece goes in right here. This is where all the air gets forced into the engine, which keeps it nice and cool. So I cracked the shit out of it right here, so it completely busted. So this has to get replaced, and then my rear subframe. So really, those are the only three things that happened to this bike that I need to replace to be able to really ride it. Here's part of the rear subframe just completely. I mean, you can see there. I mean, screams looped it all the way. So that, and I mean, and fairings too. I mean, my fairings are still usable, but they look like shit. So I'm gonna buy new fairings. I'm also gonna get a cage. You can see there's some scrapes on the. Actually, this happened when I moved the bike into my apartment. I dropped it right here, and it hit my. It was not a good time getting it up. It was a very hard spot, and this is a heavy bike. 636s are heaviest of the 600 class. And then this is my boy Dashi right here. Say what's up, buddy. It's my homeboy right here. He loves the bike. And we'll see. Maybe I'll give it a start just for a second. It's very fucking loud. I'm gonna get an exhaust really bad. There's no exhaust on it right now. But yeah, so, you know, my levers, I took the levers off the lever. This lever broke. It was still usable, but I could only use my index finger on it. This lever broke or scraped, whatever. So I'm gonna completely refresh this bike, and I think I'm gonna document all of it and just kind of show you the process of what it's like rebuilding you know, these motorcycles. I've never worked on a motorcycle in my life ever, and I didn't even watch any videos. You know, I mean, like, realistically, you know, I've worked on my car before. I used to have a Mini Cooper that I pretty much completely disassembled. You know, I'm like, how hard can a bike be? And I like, it's very easy to work on if you're at least slightly mechanically inclined. I'd say I pretty much tore the fairings off and did everything I did on this bike. I mean, it probably took me a little bit over an hour, which isn't really a lot of time, you know? So really easy to work on. I'm really excited to start ordering parts and start, you know, getting this bike back to where it needs to be. I could also use a new tank too. My tank scratched a little bit. I might go the cheap way and just get a tank cover, because, like, I mean, it's just a little scratch, and like, I'll eventually get a new tank and get it painted. But like, I just really don't want to pay to get my paint, to get either one, buy a new tank or get it painted. I just don't really want to do that right now. I don't need it to ride the bike. I'm not really fucking worried about it. But I am 100% going to be caging this bike. Especially since I'm going to be learning how to do wheelies. I really want to start clutching up and just really, you know, understanding what it's like controlling a machine like this. I mean, you know, 636s are very notorious for stunt bikes, and I definitely don't want to stunt this bike. I really want to try to break that stereotype with, you know, these bikes. Everyone looks at 636s as stunt bikes, but these bikes shine incredibly on the track. And once this bike is in its finished form, I really want to track this bike and just really dominate around a course. But before I do that, I really want to have full control over the bike. You know, I want to be 100% at it, and I know I'll get there soon. So I'm gonna, you know, take you guys along with me on that journey. This is also my helmet from I need to buy a new helmet for sure. This is the damage from the helmet, which is surprisingly small, but you know, it was a wild experience. I mean, I literally saw the concrete sliding in front of my eyes. It was wild. I luckily walked away from the accident with pretty minimal injuries. I got some pretty gnarly road rash on my knee here, and on my hip, on my right hip, I got some pretty gnarly road rash, and then I did something to my right leg. My right leg's feeling a lot better now. But at first, I mean, it just fucking hurt like crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, you know, like I said before, this is kind of just like the risk we take riding bikes, and, you know, things like this happen. So you just gotta be thankful that when things like this happen, we walk away with the most minimal injuries as possible. So yeah, this is my 636. And she is a fucking beast. I love this bike. And, you know, unfortunately, I live in the state of Wisconsin and the city of Milwaukee, and it is cold and depressing. PMSing is a real thing if you ride bikes. For you guys who don't know what PMSing is, that is parked motorcycle syndrome. I'm withdrawing, and it's driving me nuts. I daily this bike here. I don't have a car. I have this and a CBR 300. And I daily this SuperSport, which is extremely not ideal. I definitely would not recommend this bike as a daily. The seating position on it is very aggressive. And after about an hour of riding hard, I'm in pain. My back, and I already have lower back issues. That's a different story. But after an hour of riding hard, or not even just riding, you know, at least like half decent. You know, it gets uncomfortable. You know, it's a very comfortable bike, but after prolonged periods of time, you definitely start to feel it. So I would definitely not recommend dealing one of these bikes. But I mean, other than that, you know, I don't know if I could find a single negative thing to say about this bike. I love this bike, and I plan on doing some really fun stuff to it. I want to do velocity stacks, block off plates. I want to get it dyno tuned. I'm going to start off with the ECU flash. A lot of people say not to. I ECU flashed my car, and it made my car feel significantly better. So I'm just gonna do it for a temporary thing. I want the bike to be a little bit more, and like once I get the block off plates and exhaust, it's gonna need some sort of tune. So I just really want to get it flashed first, just so you know we don't have any long-term issues with the bike when that happens. And then hopefully towards the end of summer I'll get on a dyno. In the Midwest, there's not many options for dyno tuning for bikes. There's a few, but a lot of them are booked out. There's this place called Red Line Motorsports. It's a little out west. And the wait list on it is pretty ridiculous. So I'm like, I don't really want to wait that long. So once I'm ready for a dyno tune, I'll get to it then. But yeah, we're gonna do block up plates, velocity stacks, exhaust. I'm gonna get some ASV levers and do some nice lever guards. What else am I gonna do? I'd like to do some rear sets, but we'll see. I mean, I really like, these stock sets and brake. I mean, they feel great. And then these tires too these are brand new tires. I just got them. These are Michelin S22s. These tires are incredible. My other pair of tires I had were not very good. They were decent, but they did not last long, and I was being a little ignorant on them, you know, but they did not last very long. I think after I hit 3,000 miles, I was pretty much ready for a new pair. My tire was very bald. And it was after a couple burnouts, but they weren't long. I just got the tires hot, blew a little bit of smoke, but nothing crazy, you know. I was riding hard, and the tire did not last long at all. I hear very good things about these S22s, and how many miles did I put on them? I'd say maybe I put about 400 miles, maybe a little bit more on these S22s, and it wasn't even very warm outside. I think the warmest I rode outside with these new tires on was maybe 60 degrees. And they felt incredible. The bike felt planted. It took corners very good. Even doing wheelies, it felt even better doing wheelies. It felt great. So, I'm really excited to, take you guys on this journey of what this bike's gonna turn into. I've completely fallen in love with this side of the motorsport scene. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with this bike. I'm gonna do some really cool things with it, and I'm really excited to just, show what I turn this bike into. I really want to make it a one-of-one. Do some really cool carbon fiber, and just put my flair on it and make it into a fucking animal, because 636s are nuts. And I especially can't wait to get some more top end out of this bike. This bike really lives in the high RPM range, and the mid range on this bike is fucking incredible. I've topped this bike out at 168 miles an hour, and I know after some fun things to this bike, it's gonna fucking be bonkers, and you guys are gonna fucking see all that. So this is just kind of my first introduction video on my 2023 Kawasaki 636 ZX6R, this fucking beast. I'm gonna look for content. I'll link my OnlyFans down below in the comment section. I'm gonna be posting some degenerate shit on my OnlyFans that YouTube will probably flag. I have some pretty crazy things on my YouTube right now that I'm gonna leave up, but I'm pretty sure YouTube shadow banned me because I was doing some breaking more than a couple felonies on this thing. So I'm gonna try to post some very ignorant stuff on my OnlyFans. on like my Instagram, where I'll try to be more active. I'm not very active on that Instagram just because I don't have a bunch of content to post. You know, mainly I have a stockpile of GoPro footage I have to go through rather. So over winter, as I'm rebuilding this bike, I want to showcase some of my footage I have on my GoPro and rebuild this bike with you guys over winter, and then come May, bring her back on the street and have some fun this summer, because it's going to be a spicy summer. Hopefully maybe have a couple track days, maybe take it out to a different state. We'll see. But I mean, that pretty much wraps it up for this beauty for now. I might send it off with a banger and start it up for you real quick, just for a second. My neighbors might hate me. I've started it twice in here so far, and oop, Kitty's getting the zoomies. I've started it twice in here so far, and I didn't get any complaints, so I think we'll be fine. I'll also be very surprised if the bike starts. Yeah, she's very rowdy, and it just sounds like she wants to fucking go fast all of the time. I love it. So yeah, this is it, madmen. This is the totaled ZX6R. It's not totaled, but I'm definitely gonna flag the thumbnail video of what a totaled bike looks like after you loop it, you know, for some clicks. It smells great in here now, by the way. But yeah, here's my beast. This is the Mad Ride right here, the Genesis machine. Fuck Genesis, ride fast, ride crazy, world peace, peace out.